My name is Matthew. I am one of the co-founders of 2H Media. We're happy that Shopify is allowing us to do a bunch of AMAs. This is like the 4th, 5th, 6th one of the year so far for us, which is great. Today it's all going to be about essentially about event sales, planning a sales event, how to get more sales with a business, using Shopify sales features, things like that. So like there's no real bad questions. The way this works is I will be monitoring chat. I'm going to have another person here with me in a few minutes. I've got Chad here, which is sweet. If you do have a question, I would love to have it happen on the Shopify forums, which is, I will put that right in the chat right here. We're going to go back. The chat, if you do have a question, you just throw it in the community chat right there. I just put that in the Twitch chat for you. If you have a question, put it there. If you do have some follow-up, I don't mind taking that into the stream chat. We can do some live answers, but I'm going to go through the questions that happen through the Shopify forums first, which is sweet. Again, there's no wrong answers here. I'm going to use as much information as you provided me in your question. So if you haven't provided me a whole lot, I'm going to try and make some assumptions. Which is okay, and then in no particular order, we will get started. Lovely. Okay, the first one comes from HZ25. Here it is. You will probably see this is my the question here. I'm just going to, great. HZ25, hi everyone. I've been running my Shopify store for about 3 months now, but I haven't made any sales yet. The problem feels big and I'm handling everything alone. From your experience, what is the easiest yet proven marketing strategy to scale up sales for a new store, especially for someone on a small budget? Any practical tips or step-by-step guidance would mean a lot. Thanks, HZ. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, HZ, good question. A few things that I would need to dive into a little bit more is what your store actually sells and to who. So it sounds like you've got a store running 3 months. It's Shopify, so I'm imagining everything works. The checkout experience works. The adding items to cart, people can find everything. They're not experiencing any crazy, last minute shipping surprises. Okay, cool. I would be going into your Shopify analytics for the first thing. I would go into the analytics and I would look at how many people are coming to your shop. How many people are coming to the store every day, every week, every month. I'd be looking at what those impressions look like. And I'd be saying, okay, great. How much traffic am I generating to my store? We need thousands of views. We need thousands and thousands and thousands of views for someone in order for someone to purchase. You can use yourself as an example. How many websites have you gone to in the last month where you decided not to purchase? Way more than what you did. So we're looking for lots and lots and lots of traffic. So the Shopify analytics will help you determine, great, where's that traffic coming from? Is it even relevant traffic? So that big number that it says how many people are at the store, great. I want you to actually dial into that a little bit more and go, how many people were that came to my website? How many people came to the store that were in my target market? Because you're going to get views from all over the place. You're going to get some bots, you're going to get some web scrapers, you're going to get some competitors, you're going to get some customers, you're going to get like friends and family, you're going to get yourself, right? It's going to be all encompassing. Now I'm going to say, okay, great. We've got some level of traffic. If you are doing it alone and you've got a small budget, okay? Every business owner, that was us once upon a time. We have 2 budgets in business, 2 budgets. One is money, the other one is time. So if you've got a very small money budget, which is fine, starting a business, great, small money budget, I need to know what your time budget is. What is the budget for time? So we have 2 resources, but time and money. If you have some time, we want to use that time to generate interest for your business. So essentially that's marketing. I want to focus on driving more traffic to the store. If you had a brick and mortar store, you'd be getting all kinds of traffic for free. People that are walking by, the businesses next door to you, people that are driving by in their cars, all kinds of things to just happen. They say, oh yeah, I'll stop in, I'll see what's up. And you're just in their life naturally because you've got a physical footprint. On a digital footprint, with a store, with a digital store, there's no drive-by traffic at all. There's nothing there. You need to actually hunt that traffic yourself. You need to drive that. That can be things like social media. That can be things like posting into specific subreddits. That can be forming Facebook groups. That could be putting Instagram Reels out there. That could be getting active on TikTok. That could be starting a YouTube channel. That could be doing something with Pinterest. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things to start getting attention. Depending on what kind of store you own and the kind of customer you're targeting, that's going to depend where you spend that time budget. Okay, great. It's a budget. It's a budget, which means we need to be accountable to that budget. So if I spend 10 hours a week, so that's 40 on average, let's say 40 hours a month, I need to be able to, at the end of the month, look back at my budget and go, I spent 40 hours on my marketing. What did I accomplish? What happened? Did I just read a bunch of social media and I get sucked into the rabbit hole of the dopamine inducing social media, or did I actually put out a bunch of posts and reels and content? What did I actually do? So a budget, whenever we are dealing with a budget, we want to be accountable to it, and you need to be accountable to yourself. There's always paid traffic. There's always, like, if you do have a small advertising budget or something like that, there's always something that you can go paid. I would encourage you to do the non-paid route first. Get a little bit started, test the audience with your time, because with an advertising channel, you're still going to spend time managing that channel too. So it's not like money or time, it's typically both unless you're doing free. So practical tips, step-by-step guidance, develop a time budget. One, develop a time budget. How much time can you dedicate to marketing? Cool. Based on the analytics from your store, are we hitting the right markets currently? Yes or no? Based on your store and the products you sell, what people are we trying to target? Based on the people we're trying to target, I want to go to them. So if they're heavy YouTube users, if they're heavy Reddit users, if they're whatever you're selling is performs really well on Instagram or TikTok or something like that, great. I've got to go where the people are, and I need to start getting their attention, and like in that order. Cool. So forget the money, spend your time, create a budget, go to where they are. So good question. If I had a little bit more to work with, I'd give you a little bit more, but that's it in a gist. That's it in a gist. There's going to be more after that, conversion rates. Okay, I'm attracting my audience, but why is no one buying? But that's the right way to go. So the way this works now is, I'm not sure if you're actually able to join us in the stream or not, but what we're going to do is going to take that video clip and a little bit of a written explanation, and we're going to pop that back onto this after this AMA is done. So you get me explaining it to you, and you're going to get a written one after this. So you're just the first one of today. HZ, thank you very much. I'm just going to write you down here. HZ is done and done. Great question, which is cool. And to the next one. On to the next one. The next one. Let's pop this one open. Okay, the next one. This is from TSM Co. I've got a whole bunch of companies that I know that have that acronym, TSM. Okay, do flash sales perform better than seasonal sales usually, or does it depend on the product? Okay, big question. So do flash sales perform better than seasonal sales usually, or does it depend on the product? Okay, that is really, really hard. Flash sales and brands that are able to use flash selling are way different than brands that are using seasonal selling. So the business that is selling back to school backpacks, because it's the 12th day of August already, the business that's selling back to school supplies isn't typically doing flash sales. They are only doing the seasonal stuff. They know that people are going back to school in September. The kids are going back to school in September. They know that, and pick it. People go away at Christmas time. But people shop for the seasonal selling. People are buying outdoor furniture before the summer, all of that. So great, totally different business models. Two totally different business models. Flash sales typically depend on scarcity. If you are familiar, there's a book I'm going to put on screen right now that I will recommend. I've recommended this a lot. Great. It's a book called Influence. Here it is. Again, I'll say it. Great, it's influence. It is a book about the 6 marketing persuasions. 6 marketing persuasions, one of them is scarcity. One marketing persuasion is scarcity, and these are like the 6 marketing persuasions that play on the human psyche. Cool. Scarcity you'll see all the time. Oh, there's only one left, or buy now and save 10%, or if like you sign up right away, you get a gift. Great, if I do this thing that's time-based, I will get some benefit. The businesses that are able to do flash sales, where it's like, great, typically have like a drop, typically have a limited supply of a thing. You'll see that with big brands. Big brands that sell clothing, they sell shoes, they sell collectibles, they sell, great, there's typically a scarcity play. The people that are selling stuff before the lawn furniture before the summer season, they're not focused on there's only 10 of these available. There's only 10 lawn chairs. No, they're saying like, we've got lawn chairs for days. Every backyard needs a lawn chair. We got lots of lawn chairs. Come and get them. They're on sale. We're not going to run out of lawn chairs. We're the lawn chair company, right? So totally different business models. Typically, there's not like a super amount of crossover. Like again, the Home Depot doesn't do the, hey, we're only doing like, there's only 12 of these. It's like, no, they're going to come back in. Like, yeah, we'll get them in. We'll take your money right now. We'll order another one. It'll be here in 2 weeks. They'll do it. They will not, unless it's discontinued. Great. So it depends not on the product. It depends on the company. Depends on the company. What is their business model? Do I have to create a lot of hype to generate a bunch of, flash sales? Do I have to do that? So yes, definitely different. Performance is a little bit different. A flash sale requires a lot of media attention. Like you need a very engaged audience. You need people that really care to go like, oh, I'm gonna buy this like thing at this specific time. I'm gonna I gotta get on this right now. I'm gonna drop all my stuff and I'm gonna make this purchase. Like, wow, most people aren't doing that for a lawn chair. Most people aren't doing that for a kid's backpack. Most people aren't doing that for, ice skates. Like, think about those normal selling seasons, Black Friday stuff. They're not normally waiting or dropping everything to go, wait in line or it's not a collectible. So yeah, definitely is different. So hard to compare both of them. They both work. They both work very well. So it's not like one or the other. It's what does your brand do well? Not do I need to do I don't need to do both. What is my brand doing? What is my company known for? Cool. Good question. But yeah, flash sales perform better than seasonal sales. Totally different. And it depends on the brand, not the brand and product, but more often the brand. Cool. Let's go back, but that was a good question. Okay, right on. User 443. This is a really general question. User 443. It's user 443. How do I improve my sales? Doing a little bit on Google Ads or a little bit on Facebook. Not a whole lot on Google Ads. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of information here. First off, oh, Aaron's here. Come on in, Aaron. Yeah, come on in. In the middle of this one, you'll jump in for the next one. Right on.
Hello, Internet.
Yep, Internet's here. Jackie's here. Pod Jackie. Love it. Okay, this is a really general question. How to improve your sales. Facebook ads are going on, Google ads not getting accepted. There's got to be an issue with your Google ads. There's got to be an issue with your Google ads in order for them to not be getting accepted. I would be getting that figured out. There's something clearly wrong with your Google ads if your ads aren't getting accepted. Google's got this cool thing where they verify your account. It involves, this is for everyone with Google, it involves uploading some ID. You need to upload a front and back of your driver's license. You need to upload your articles of incorporation if you're a business. They may have some additional requirements depending on what field you're in.
Yeah, they could be selling something weird.
They could be something weird. That's probably what it is. Or they haven't completed the verification.
Sure.
But yes, and that's for everyone. So if you've got a legacy account, you will not have had to have done this, but that is rolling out now. Every single advertiser needs to verify who they are. Driver's license, front and back, articles of incorporation. That's for everyone's benefit to prove like I own the business or someone's not falsely advertising on my name. Cool. So improving your sales, that assumes you've got some sales already. I would be, again, diving into your Shopify Analytics. If you're using any other tools, Google Analytics, Tag Manager, Search Console, Google My Business or Google Business Profile, if you've got any other place where you're getting data from, I'd be looking at that going, who is the audience that is buying?
We talk about this a lot. Improving sales is not, it's not about finding some secret method to drive traffic. It's a diagnostic problem. You have to look at every level of your sales funnel and find where the problem is. Because if you're not getting the sales you want, guaranteed there is some kind of problem. And where we usually start is like Matt said, with Shopify Analytics. Look at your traffic, look at your conversions. Is the site converting? If you've got a ton of traffic and conversions are low, then you actually might not have a marketing or a sales problem. You might have a conversion rate optimization problem on your website. Maybe you need to improve some of the design, some of the layout. Maybe your shipping rates are too high or not communicated clearly enough. Like
your product pages are confusing.
Yeah. Or maybe there's something broken.
Broken.
From actually checking out.
Broken.
Like if you've got traffic but low sales, look at the website.
Yeah.
If you've got conversions or not really any data and no traffic,
well, we got to start back at the traffic.
Start back with traffic, and that can be a combination of social media, Google Ads, in-person marketing, traditional marketing. Like there's all kinds of ways you can do it.
Direct mail works. Like there's lots.
Like a lot of that comes down to who your audience is and what's going to resonate best with them. So you've got to look at that whole picture. And then there's our worst case scenario. If you've got traffic because your funnel is working, and you have a website that is not converting, but should be, right? Like if it's designed well and the calls to action all make sense and the shipping is well explained and the shipping price is reasonable and your products are all listed and everyone can buy and people are hitting the website and not buying, well, you might have a problem with your product market fit. It might be a bad product. It might be something people don't actually want that much.
Price too high?
Yep.
Competitors just eating your lunch?
Could just be the wrong market. Maybe the traffic you're getting is an audience that's not at all interested in whatever it is you're selling.
Yep.
Price could be too low. If you're selling perfume, price can be too low. You raise the price, suddenly it becomes a premium good. You can see sales increase.
We just talked about this book and I put it on the screen, and in the first case study, they talk about price being too low, they raise the price.
And sales increase.
Yeah, so that's back to the book we just talked about. It's so, if it doesn't smell right, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And you might need to go do a little bit of research. You might need to actually have some face-to-face conversations with people that you believe are in your target market and figure out why they're not buying. And there's no easy way to do that. You have to go talk to people.
This camera angle is hilarious. You're bigger than me to begin with, and with me further back from the camera, I look like I'm 3 feet tall. I look like the devil on
He's
the
not
shoulder.
actually 3 feet tall. He's not actually 3 feet tall. We can move it even more. You want if you?
I can sit back here.
I can put this here. I can put this.
I didn't realize we were using an external webcam. So that's why I was trying to move the laptop around. I was like,
I can look at Aaron's not going to be 3 feet tall anymore. There we go.
Aaron's just not in frame.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know how that got worse when we moved. Oh, you know why that got worse? Because you moved it from the one that's tilted towards me to the one that's tilted away from me.
Yes. There we go. We go. We can put it back.
I think it's okay if I back up a little.
There you go. I'll move forward and you back up.
All right, perfect.
So user 443, that's essentially it. I'll go back.
Yeah,
we'll do the next one. Okay. Cool. Next question from Feature D. I run online sales events for my drop shipping store, but I struggle to keep people engaged and excited during them. What are some practical ways I can boost participation and get my customers more involved? Great. Good question.
I love the spammy response in chat asking if they know their SEO score, as if that has anything to do with driving engagement during a sale.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with engagement. Yeah.
It's going to be hard to drive engagement for a dropshipping business.
Yeah, so
they're like the most challenging type of online store to run.
So first off, Feature D, dropshipping, it's 2025. If this was 2014, I'd say, wow, yeah, you're in the heyday. Dropshipping is on the decline big time.
Yeah.
The big reason for drop shipping going down is most drop shippers are not adding value. It's I'm importing a product, or not even importing a product, I'm offering a product from a manufacturer or some larger vendor, and I'm saying, great, come buy whatever that is. And if I'm just acting as a middleman at that point, just acting as a point of like, hey, buy this water bottle or buy this backpack or buy this cell phone case or whatever it is, why am I doing that? Why would I go through a middleman as a savvy shopper in 2025? That's like really, really, like, shoppers are the most educated online audience ever is right now. And the kids are savvy on TikTok and on Instagram. The older audience has been scammed out of the bejesus. They're wisening up to some stuff. So really, it's how am I creating value? And without knowing what kind of product or business you're running, I don't know how you're creating value with a dropshipping store.
Which isn't to imply that you're not.
Yep.
It means that very literally, we don't know how you're doing it. So we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you are creating value somehow. That's really tough to do in dropshipping. And whatever your value-added approach is, you really need to drive that home and bring it to the forefront if you want to create any kind of engagement.
Yeah. Keeping people engaged and enduring. One, I don't know how long these events are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, is this a live shopping event? Is this something that you're doing on a streaming platform? Is this something that's pre-recorded? I don't know. The goal for excited and engaged, hard to be excited about an online event. Like, this isn't a concert. It's not like I'm watching like a comedian or like.
It's got to be a really good sale.
Like, oof. Like really good sale.
Amazon week.
Bay Days. Bay Days was crazy. Bay Days was like one day, one thing only. Come in and like the towels are like 75% off.
The Steam Summer Sale.
Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah.
Like there's some like Udemy, online Udemy course. Like Udemy does like a 90% off sale twice a year for like courses. Like it's like, oh yeah, we're huge, deep discounting. And I don't know if you'll be able to get there with the drop shipping model. Like I don't know what the margins are that you have to play with there. But there are. So like Steam Summer Sale, let's go over those. Bay Days, Steam Summer Sale. Which one?
Lime Day is a big one that Creative Warehouse does.
Lime Day. What was the first one you said?
The Amazon Week.
Amazon Week. Amazon Week.
It's like huge, deep discounts, really well publicized, like products that people really want to begin with, and like big sales on expensive products. If you're not in a position where you can offer like steep discounts on expensive products to like push buyers who have wanted your product for a while but couldn't afford it into becoming purchasers, you've really got to get creative. People aren't going to be interested in like 5-10% off of something that is moderately priced. Like that's just not enough savings to excite people. You can try giveaways.
You could try a contest like, there's going to be, if you attend right to the end, are going to enter everyone into a draw and they're going to win something. Okay, great. But again, are those people just sticking around to win, or are they going to stick around to actually buy? Like, what is the value?
I saw a company selling like $200 backpacks for like computers, right? They were like enthusiast backpacks.
Okay.
And they did a sale where like every X number of backpacks had a graphics card inside it.
Oh, right. That's a huge.
That's a huge. Like if you get the lucky, you get the graphics
like
card.
A 4090, like a big old.
Yeah, like
beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
Graphics cards in this backpack. So like if you get lucky.
Okay.
You're doing really well on that sale. Check the local laws wherever you sell before running any. Because like you can get into hot water if you run any contests that you don't dot your I's and cross your T's.
Yeah.
There's some often like no purchase required.
Requirements.
Clauses
like
you are.
Understand where you are.
In Canada, you really got to watch Quebec. They've got their own rules for contests and things. So like understand what you're allowed to do. But like
contests get people excited.
A contest like that is way more exciting for an enthusiast in that niche than like 10% off that same backpack.
100%.
And the cost
is
of offering 10% off of those backpacks versus seeding a $2,000 graphics card into X number of backpacks might be exactly the same, might be less money, right? Yeah. Like it's going. There's some math behind how much sense that makes for the person doing the sale, and that's enticing enough. It's gonna be really exciting to shoppers.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the margins to offer like 70% off, you might need to look for something more creative like that.
Yeah. So like really, when it comes to being excited, you can outsource some of your creativity. So like, what is the industry doing? Mm-hmm. What are the big exciting events that happen in the industry? understand why they're exciting, like why the heck they're exciting in the first place, and then piggyback off that. So like great artists steal inspiration. So steal the inspiration on the other events. Go outside of your industry. Go, what are exciting events in peripheral industries going, okay, they do that really well. This drives a bunch of hype. Let's bring that here. That cross,
Yep.
Stealing across industries is a huge advantage if you can manage that. What are some practical ways I can boost participation and get my customers involved? I don't know what platform you're doing this on. I don't know like what kind of audience that you're actually targeting. That's a really, really hard question to answer.
Yeah.
But you got to get creative with that one. You're gonna have to get creative.
You've got to
with that
like be very publicly visible and be super likable.
one. Yeah. Charisma max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the best way to get your audience involved is to create a parasocial relationship with your audience. If you can run like an online presence, if you can put yourself in your marketing material and like build a following, people will naturally get involved because your own charisma gives them something to latch onto in a parasocial kind of way. If you're just like a store selling products, there's not a lot there for people to get attached to. Not everyone can be like a graphics card manufacturer where everyone's like, oh, I only use this brand. I don't like the other brand, or a video game manufacturer.
Yep.
I'm Team Sony. I'm not going to buy an Xbox.
Right.
Right? Like most brands can't develop that kind of
staying power, like the
that kind of tribalism
loyalty
in their audience.
Tribalism,
That's gonna then drive more engagement with what you're putting out.
I don't even think that's possible with the dropshipping store. I don't think you can build tribalism with the dropshipping store.
Because like by definition, you're selling the same thing as everyone else.
Yeah. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
But fair question. Converting first time. Okay, Wingspan Merchant. Wingspan, let's flip you on. Wingspan Merchant, I'm running more of a print-on-demand store, and while I get a good number of first-time buyers, I'm struggling to turn them into repeat customers. What marketing tactics have really worked for you to build loyalty and keep customers coming back after their initial purchase?
That one's pretty easy. I mean, like the biggest thing there is retargeting campaigns through your advertising.
Yep.
And win-back campaigns through your email marketing.
Yep. Let's break each one of those down.
Sure.
Right on. First off, retargeting campaigns. Cool. If you're running something through Facebook or Meta or through Google, we collect data. The platforms collect data around what was a conversion.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That conversion data gets saved and it'll end up building an audience. We need to get a specific amount of information from them. So like it's not like we can have 5 purchases and then go back. We're typically looking for a slightly larger data set from a small business perspective. So like we're looking for about 500 to 1,000 shoppers that I can now go say, great, I'm going to go and retarget those people that have been customers before. I'm going to go retarget them with an ad.
And what that's going to do is it's going to make those ads show up in those people's feeds so that they are reminded of your business and might click back to your website. Because most people probably aren't thinking about your website day to day.
No, I doubt it.
It depends on the website. Like ThinkGeek. ThinkGeek used to do a really good job getting repeat traffic because they sold like niche, interesting products. They were kind of the only place to get them. And they release new products on a semi-regular basis. So like if you were kind of nerdy and you were into products in that niche, you would be like, you know what, I'm going to just go back and check ThinkGeek and see if they've released anything new recently. So like there are exceptions to the rule, but like broadly, once they have what they need, once the purchase is done, they're never going to go back to your website. I bought a drainage piece the other day for some landscaping I was doing. And I bought it through an extremely specialized website, and I bought one order. I will probably never order from them again.
And that's okay?
Yep.
There's other things that you can do there as well. So like physical things, like in that order, give them a coupon for next purchase.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
So like a little nice, well-designed little postcard in the back saying, thank you for, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. Refer a friend. Here's 10% off the next thing. Like figure it out. But yeah, nice little soft touch postcard. A loyalty program a loyalty program will also work. So like again, this really depends on like, right, you can kind of get gimmicky or good with that.
It really does depend on your business too,
Yeah.
though, right? Because like again, going back to that like drainage company,
I'm never buying.
they could have the best loyalty program in the world. I'm never going back to that store because I bought the piece I need.
And I'm done.
And I'm done. I have no need or interest to go and browse drainage parts on a weekly basis.
So you would need, Wingspan, you would need to look at what is the value for a first-time shopper becoming a more loyal customer. So what is in it for them? So it's a print-on-demand store.
Yeah.
Are you doing pillows? Are you doing coasters? What are you doing? Because like typically in what I view at print-on-demand, there's a huge gift-giving market. Can I buy something and give it as a gift? Can I buy something? Oh, I already like the brand. I've already had a good experience with it. Maybe I got a comment on it, and it was in my house. It was doing something, and I can get someone else something. So there's value there, depending on what kind of print on demand you're doing.
That's where the email marketing comes in, because we talked about retargeting your clients through a win-back campaign. You can set up your email marketing to intake all of the people who check out through your Shopify store, and then you can send follow-up emails to those customers, both on a timed basis after their purchase, and by building a list of those customers and then emailing them at specific times of year when you're looking to bring them back for specific events or sales.
It's the Christmas thing.
Yeah.
It's the Halloween thing. It's the Valentine's Day thing. Yeah. So those are the marketing tactics. They're fairly straightforward. Yeah, they're fairly straightforward. The next one.
And then a big part of it is also marketing the right thing. Like, again, your print on demand, I don't know what you sell. Whatever your core product is, if there are accessories that go along with it, you probably want to focus your email marketing efforts on those accessories and bring back the people who've gone in and purchased whatever the main thing you're selling is already. Because they're probably less likely to purchase another of that same product compared to an accessory for that product.
Anything else? I think we're good.
No, we can move on.
Yeah, I agree. Dynamic merchant. Cool. Flip this on. What marketing options are actually worth my time for marketing a sale? I don't have a huge email list, but I'm also scared of Facebook marketing just being a money pit. Yeah,
it can be.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So let's break this question down. Worth time, marketing a sale. Cool. So the question really is here, if I don't have a huge email list, if I'm worried about what do I have? Yeah. What do I have to work with? So what are the advantages in your business? I'd start with a little bit of a SWOT analysis, a strength, weaknesses, opportunity, threats. Great. If I'm not really, super energized about spending money with Facebook, fine. What are the levers that you have to play with? So what are your strengths as a business? Mm-hmm. It would be an opportunity to grow an email list. Great, but like that is difficult to do. Like the email marketing to a list of 10 is not effective. I don't know what you're doing in terms of YouTube content, video content, social media content, in-person networking, what your personal connection looks like, what your LinkedIn looks like. I don't know what your exposure at large is. And I don't know anything about your customer. So like, I would say great, a SWOT analysis and probably a user persona to start. Mm-hmm. Going, here's my strengths in business. Here's what like I'm really good at. Maybe you're really good at like, I don't know, maybe you know a Reddit mod. Maybe you have access to some Facebook groups. Maybe you've got something cool. Then I would I would move on to a user persona. What is my customer value? What moves them? What are their motivating factors? Where do they spend their time? I'd be looking at both of those pieces. Might not even be on Facebook. Yeah. Might not be like, so like we don't have to spend like, so like before we put the cart before the horse, let's figure out what we know before we throw spaghetti at the wall, because that's the pit.
There's a big question mark in terms of budget too. Right? Yeah. Because if you don't have like at least a couple of $1,000s a month, don't even worry about digital advertising. You're not at a scale where it makes sense. You really at that scale need to leverage your time more than anything, and that might mean organically posting in Facebook groups that allow selling posts. That might mean building out a Reddit presence so that you can post credibly across the subreddits that are related to whatever it is you specialize in. That might mean attending local trade shows or farmers markets, or you name it, networking events in your area. It's you're going to have to really rely on your interpersonal skills and your sweat equity in order to build a sales presence. If you don't have a big bankroll in order to pay for a more serious advertising effort.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with having a digital storefront and doing a bunch of traditional marketing.
Yep, that's true.
There's like every beer, like there's tons and tons and tons of brands that do it. Shopify makes it really, really easy to track inventory and have a store and have a checkout and collect taxes. They make it easy to do that. It doesn't also mean I need to do everything else digital as well. I will revert back to what am I good at as a business owner. Let's stay in that lane.
Yep.
We don't need to go to Facebook if we don't need to go to Facebook.
And if you're going to sell in person, you can even just throw your store on an iPad.
Oh yeah.
Have the person check out right there in the store, select local pickup.
Done.
And then give them hand them the product at your booth, and you just mark that order fulfilled in the back of your Shopify
Done.
store.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Super easy. I wouldn't we've done it ourselves. I wouldn't be looking for an external system to go and do that. So Shopify's making that easy. But yeah, definitely. If it feels like a money pit, it probably is for you.
Yeah.
So I trust your gut. I wouldn't be doing that. And then if you don't have a huge email list, this goes for everyone. If you don't have a huge email list, if I'm going to spend time building an email campaign for a list of 40, that's just not worth it. Go to a bunch of I would go through. I would start harvesting emails. I would start going through your normal traditional marketing. Put the traditional. Fishbowl on there, run a contest, leaving business cards, leaving contact information. Great. The same for social media follows. Great.
The thing about email marketing is it's a great way to get repeat sales out of existing customers. It is a truly abysmal way to get new customers. Because in order to have those email addresses, you have to know those people to begin with. So if you don't have a massive personal network that you can just reach out to and say, hey, you know me from
the past thing.
Yeah, then where are you going to get those emails from? It's not going to happen overnight. You've got to go and do other marketing activities to generate sales, and then as an add-on to that, build a mailing list, which you can then reach out to in the future once they know who you are.
And the other thing is again, I'm going to have a newsletter. It's when's the last time you yourself signed up to a newsletter and read it consistently?
Yeah.
Very few. I read very few newsletters, and most of the newsletters I do read are not based on. It's mostly news.
Yeah.
It's mostly publication or news. They're not trying to sell me a product.
There's the odd mailing list I've signed up for hobby sites.
Okay. But that's you're super into it.
Yeah. Right. I'm curious what the new releases are. So
Yep.
Because it's a hobby I'm already engaged in. When they say oh, there's something new coming out, well, I want to see that because I'm not going to know about it otherwise.
Right.
But I'm not going and waiting for emails from my online.
I'm even I love graphics cards. Aaron's previous example. I'm not signing up for Nvidia's newsletter.
Yeah, not a chance.
I'm not doing it. I'm not signing up for Dell's newsletter or Samsung's or Apple's newsletter. No, I'm not doing it. Even the biggest brands, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that because it's okay. Why am I reading this? Why am I? So offering a newsletter or a blog, you need to have a very engaged audience to do effectively. And again, it takes a long time to do a good blog post. It takes I can't just slap that in the chat.
Blog posts at least have some SEO value.
Yep.
Right. Whereas your email, that's if there's no mailing list, there's no one to send it to, and if there's a small mailing list, it's going to have a small impact.
Mm-hmm. So the big one there is go to where your customers are. Go to where those potential customers are.
Get outside your comfort zone.
Yeah. Facebook, again, we were chatting about this last week. Facebook somehow grew its user base by 6% last quarter, which is massive at scale. 6% at scale is massive. Those are probably not in North American markets. Those are probably in emerging markets that they're growing that user base.
Well, they might not even all be humans.
And they might not be humans.
Right?
And they might not be humans.
A chunk of that number is bots.
Yep. So it's still the biggest platform by far. Yeah. So your customers are there. It just doesn't mean that you also need to go there. Your customers will be somewhere else. So I can't tell you the last time I used Facebook as the platform.
I think Facebook is a super underrated platform for marketing.
I like it for. Okay, so tell me why.
As soon as groups exist for whatever niche you're trying to sell in, you can reach a more targeted audience, and it is still the number one social media platform by daily active users. Nothing else is even close.
It's nothing else is even close.
So TikTok is in the news more. TikTok is trendier than Facebook. But I think it's a huge mistake for businesses to ignore Facebook and just go after
The
more current social media platforms, because the audience is still there.
Yep. So like group, like, and that's where it's like you can't go take, you need to actually go into that group and actually start being part of that community. That does not matter with the dollars.
There's a lot of value in running your own groups too. If you are in a niche where that makes sense and people will engage with it, you got to be really careful threading the needle there, because if you just turn it into
buy my stuff.
no one's going to care. But like, you know, if you're a craft store and you can build a crafting group on Facebook where you're showing off actual finished crafts that you or someone in your network has made, and get other people doing the same
Here's
thing.
how I did it. Here's how I do this. Here's where if you're going to be a source of knowledge.
Well, not even necessarily being a source of knowledge, but being a source of social content.
So social,
right?
that's
you
what I mean.
don't have to provide any value in terms of how to
Here's
or where I got the materials. Literally, just put content out that is interesting and control the channel. And what that does is that gives you the opportunity to build an audience, and then you can start subtly selling. But you can't just go in and make everything sales content, because like, if every single craft post you make is like, look at this cool house I made, and I bought all of the parts from such and such craftstore.com, then like, everyone's gonna know that's an ad.
Yeah. Again, people are savvy online now, so like they're gonna see through that. If you do it genuinely, it's super powerful, and those audiences get big really quick. But that has nothing to do with the money pit. It means like that's time budget. Time budget. Let's go back to the AMA. Do we have any more? That is it.
Right on.
Right on. We're there.
Shortest Shopify AMA we've ever done.
Yeah, 15 minutes on the mark, which is totally cool. We will be doing one of these again in a couple of weeks. Jackie, thank you so much for putting this on.
Yeah.
We'll make sure all the links get properly sorted out for next time, and we will be uploading all of our video answers into the forum as soon as we can. Otherwise, do you have anything to add?
I do not.
Cool.
Have a great
Thank you very much.
day,
We will see you all soon. Take care.